Hello, everybody. How you doing? Happy Monday to each and every one of you. This is a pre-recorded segment on tonight because I had surgery on today and I am now hospitalized. But I wanted to come on and leave you something to think about while I'm laying up recuperating. Let's talk about God is not pleased. God is not pleased. God is not pleased with some of our actions. God is not pleased with some of our words. God is not pleased for some of the things that we are saying concerning other people. God is not pleased. So much is going on, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to myself as well. It's time for all of us to take inventory. It's time for all of us. And when I say all of us, I mean all of us to look within ourselves and to ask ourselves, is God pleased with me? Is God pleased with what I'm doing? Is God pleased with the conversations that I'm having? Is God pleased with those things that we're doing that we think nobody know about? That's something to think about. A lot of times we think we get away because people don't know. People don't hear what we say about them. People don't see the text messages. People don't see the screenshots. And we think people don't know. But let me serve notice. God knows and sees everything, and He is one that we cannot play with. We cannot play with God. We cannot hide anything from Him because He knows everything. There are times in my life when I've been accused of so many things. And not just me, other people have as well. But let's be real tonight. Where are the people who protect those who are being accused? What do you do when somebody come to you with some gossip about somebody else? What do you do? Do you take part in that gossip? Do you tell that person I'd rather not hear it, or do you jump in with the conversation? What part do you play? That's what I want to know. What part are you playing with the rumors that's being told on someone? What part are you playing? Ladies and gentlemen, it is too late in the evening for us to be playing games. It's too late in the evening for us to be playing around with God. We do so much and then we act like we're innocent. We say things about people and then we smile in people's face. God is seeing all of that. We get mad and we get upset with people because someone else is upset with them, because someone else may not like them, because they may have done something to our friend or they may have done something to our family member. How do we know what our friend is telling us is true? How do we know what our family member is telling us is true? We believe everything that we are told. We believe every story that comes around. We believe it without question. Without question, that is not right. And God is not pleased. You get upset with people, and that's my dog. You get upset with people, you stop talking to them because of a rumor. And then you find out what they told you was not true. And then you want to jump back on the bandwagon with that friend and act like nothing has never happened. Can't do that with me. I can forgive you. I don't have a problem forgiving anybody. But when you accuse me of something, you lose that space in my life. You lose that space. You lose that trust that I had in you. Well, some people may say, well, Loretta, that's unforgiveness. No, it's not. As I said, I don't have a problem. Somebody say, I'm sorry, you're forgiven, but I just don't trust you anymore. So I heard a pastor say, if you pick up a snake and it bites you one time, are you going to pick up that snake again and let it bite you the second time? Think about that. But that's what we do. I've never, ever, I'm 62 years old, experienced things like I see now. it's like nobody wants to, what's the word I'm trying to say? Everybody wants to look good in everybody's eyesight. Nobody want to take a stand about anything. Nobody want to take a stand when they know what they're listening to is wrong because they don't want to lose that friend. That's not right, ladies and gentlemen. It's not right. It's not right. Me personally, have cut myself, disconnected myself from a lot of people. Does that mean I'm better? No, it does not. Does that mean I'm perfect? No, it does not. But what I am trying to do is do the right thing. I'm trying my very best to do the right thing. I do not want to be caught up in people who's always involved in he say, they say, she say, somebody told me this, somebody told me that. I don't want to be involved in that. I don't want to be involved with drama people that's always got something going on. I don't want to be involved with those kind of people. It does not make me, I say it again, excuse me, it does not make me perfect. But I don't have to be a part of that I know is not right. I don't want to hear just any conversation. I don't want to hear anything that's going to disturb my peace. I rather be with my two dogs, Cam and Angel, than to be a part of someone who's always keeping things going. That's not what I choose to do, and I'm not going to do it. People all around us, every time we turn around, we hear of somebody leaving here. It could be us. It could be us. And and then we don't have nothing to do but sit down and cause drama. Something is wrong with that, ladies and gentlemen. God is not pleased with that. He's not pleased with the way we act, the gossip, the stuff we do behind the scenes. God is not pleased with that. And we can't hide it from him. We need to stop hiding and be real. If there's an area in your life that you're weak in, ask God to help you in it. He will help you in it. He helped me and still helping me and gonna continue to help me. Because see, when I know that I'm in an era that's wrong and I'm doing something that's wrong, God is the first one that I go to. And I say, God, I did not represent you well today. God, I did not handle that situation right today. God, I need you to help me because I know I didn't handle it right. I didn't have the right attitude. The Bible tells us in 1 John 1:9 that if we confess our sins, he is faithful and he is just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. He didn't say he might do it. He didn't say it's a possibility that he would do it, but he said that he would do it. So, when I find myself in error, I go immediately to God and I ask God to help me. Because when I close my eyes and leave here, I don't want hate in my heart. I don't want jealousy in my heart. I don't want grudges in my heart. I don't want that. I want peace, and I want to hear God say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Now, there's a difference in doing things and you don't realize you're doing those things wrong. All of us, that sense of, you hear people say they pray for God to forgive them for sins of commission as well as omission. Well, there are some things in us that we don't realize we may be doing. There's some attitudes that we have in us that we may not realize we have at times. So you ask God to cover those things that you don't even know about. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm being very serious on this broadcast tonight because I see a lot. I hear a lot. I'm not talking about hearsay. I'm talking about what I hear with my ears. And we are, some of us are living double lives. You're one way when you're with this set of people, and when you with another set of people, you're that way, and you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it that way. There's only one way to do it, and that's God's way. But let me warn you now, when you do it God's way, you're not going to be liked. You're not going to be accepted. And yes, you will be criticized, but you got to keep on doing what you know is right. You got to keep on doing what you know is right. You'll be out of you won't be a part of the clique. You won't be a part of the team because you're different. Not better, but you're different. Let me say that again. You're different, not better than they are, but you're different. There's a difference in what I'm saying. You can't walk around here and think you all good and don't sin. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is some of us, the things we do, when we do it, we know it's wrong. Some of the things we say, when we say it, we know it's wrong. Some of the ways we act, when we act that way, we know it's wrong. Is God pleased with that, ladies and gentlemen? Is he pleased? Is he pleased? Is he pleased? This is a conversation that I wanted to have because sometimes we point the finger at everybody else and we never ever take inventory of ourselves. This is an inventory, inspirational message between you and God in your meditation time. Ask God, is he pleased? And then wait for him to answer. Ask God, say, God, are you pleased with my actions? Are you pleased with my conversations? Are you pleased with the way that I'm living every day? Ask God that. He'll answer you. But a lot of times you don't even have to answer that. You don't even have to ask God that because you know, everybody know when they do wrong. Everyone in this world know when they do wrong. We all know when we say things that we should not say and when we act in ways we should not. We all know that. Nobody don't have to tell us that because we already know. We already know, ladies and gentlemen. So let us all do better. Not let you do better, but us all, including me. We can't go back and change the past. We can't go back and change that things that happened last year, last month, last year. We can't even go back and change things that happened yesterday. But what we can do is start where we are. If like I always say on my broadcast, if I offended you in any way, forgive me. If I said something you didn't like, tell me. I've had people to get upset with me and stop talking to me, and I have no earthly idea why. I have no earthly idea. But you know what? What I've learned to do instead of worrying about it like I have done, I say, God, you know. And I say, God, I don't know. I have the slightest idea why that person stopped talking to me, but you know. And I ask God, I say, God, if I offended them in any way, forgive me. I can't ask that person to forgive me when I ask them, have I done anything? And they say no. So, I got to move on. I can't let it kill me. But some of us know the things that we do to other people, and we won't ask them to forgive us. We won't ask God to forgive us. Ladies and gentlemen, as the older folks will say, it's getting late in the evening and the sun is going down. All of us, starting with myself, need to take inventory. We need to start with us, not your neighbor, not your sister, not your brother, not your auntie, not your uncle. Self inventory. Let us start with ourselves. Don't you know if we start with ourselves and we ask God to get ourselves right, then our light can shine and we can make a difference in somebody else's life. What do some people say when they see us? Now, I'm not talking about the hearsay that they hear. I'm not talking about that. But what do people say when they really genuinely see us and they be around us? What conversations do they hear? Are they busybodies in other people's business? Are they spreading rumors that they heard that are not true? What conversations are you having that you think nobody know about? That's something for all of us to think about. This is really a deep message, but this is a serious time. We're getting ready to go into Thanksgiving. If God allow us to see it, we're getting ready to go into Thanksgiving. Let's go into Thanksgiving with a different mindset, with a different attitude, with a different outlook on life. Are we going to hold grudges until the day we die? Are we going to hold unforgiveness until the day we die? Let's not do that. Let's let it go. Some people I know don't have my best interest. I smile at them anyway. I'm not going to tell them anything that I don't want told, but I smile at them anyway and I treat them good. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to continue to do that. Have I always done that? No, I had a problem. You had a problem with me. I had a problem with you. You didn't talk to me. I wouldn't talk to you. I had that problem. I asked God to help me with that and to move on. And He has helped me with that. And it feels so good when you don't have to sit down and when you don't have to worry about Sister B and you don't have to worry about Brother D. It feels so good, when you can move on, and even though you know that you're the conversation of the topic, move on. Live life to the fullest. Live it to a way where God will be pleased. And stop pointing the blame finger at everybody. Some people point the blame finger at everybody. Never look at themselves. It's always somebody else. It's never them. What about you? What about your attitude? What about your words? What about your actions? That's something that we all need to think about. It's not always somebody else. Sometimes you need to start in your house with you. That's sometimes. I'm telling you, this is serious. It's good to me, and it's hit me, and it's still hitting me. And I just encourage you all. Let's be different. We don't have to be like the crowd. We don't have to be like the in crowd. Let me tell you something. You can do everything the in crowd wants you to do. You can do anything the cliques want you to do. But when you get down, when you make a mistake, when your name is scandalized, honey, you're going to look up and them people going to be gone. There ain't going to be nobody there with you but the one who started with you, and that's God. Telling you what I know. Not what nobody told me, but what I know. I know people that did things to me. They don't think I know it, but I called their names in prayer. Again, I haven't always been there, but I can do it now. I know people who pretend to be my friend. I know they're not my friend, but I can still laugh and talk with them. I just don't tell them nothing because I know that they run their mouth. So when it's something confidential, they won't get it from me because I know that they can't be trusted, but I can treat them nice the way the Bible required me to do it. And that's what we need to do. Don't be two-faced. Don't play both sides of the fence. Don't like me when Sister C is not around, and then when Brother E is around, then you like me. Don't do that. Don't be double-minded like that. The Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. When you see them people, they in everybody's face, they want to be everybody's friend. That's an unstable person. I don't care what nobody say. That's unstable because everybody, even some of those that walk with Jesus, didn't like him. So everybody that walked with us is not going to like us. But what did Jesus do? He continued to be Jesus. And that's what we got to continue. We got to continue to treat them nice. Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yes. Is it easy? No. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. Because at the end, God is not going to ask you, how did they treat you? But how did you treat them? That's something for all of us to think about. And I'm growing each and every day a little bit more. It's took me years to get to this point where I'm at, but God is helping me because I don't have time to let you put me in bondage. I don't have time to let you cause me to be depressed. And I was going there, and I was going there real fast, but it's not worth it because people will have you depressed, and they'll have you angry, and they'll have you upset, and and they walk around here having a good time. It's not worth it. We got to learn how to ignore things, and we got to learn how to let it go. Everybody, we got to accept the fact that everybody is not going to like us. Everybody is not going to support us. We, ladies and gentlemen, have to accept that. Everybody is not going to be for us. But if God be for us, He is more than the whole world is against us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my word for today. If I was here live, we will have questions and answers on this topic. And I promise you, Once I recuperate and I get back, we are going to revisit this topic because I want to hear from the people. I want to hear what the people got to say. I really do, because it's not just about Loretta Coleman, it's about us as a whole. We are supposed to be our brother's keeper, but instead of us being our brother's keeper, we pull our brothers and our sisters down. We do things. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. And we think we're getting away with it because we're behind closed doors. But I come to serve notice as I bring this to an end that God sees and he hears everything. Some of us have been praying for things and we haven't gotten it. You know why we haven't gotten it? It's because of those conversations. It's because those ditches we're trying to dig for somebody else. It's because of all those things that we think we're getting away with. That's why the prayers haven't been answered. We got to go back and start back with God and say, God, I've done some things that wasn't right. I had to do it. I've done some things that wasn't right. I said some things that wasn't right. Forgive me, God. Forgive me for those things that I said. Forgive me for those things I've done. And doors begin to open. Things begin to happen. But nothing began to happen for me until I was honest with God. And that's what I say to you. Nobody knows you but you and God. Nobody knows your relationship with Him but you and God. Whatever you do for God, let it be real. Whatever you do for God, let it be inspirational. I pray that when you go to say something negative or bad about somebody, that you will hear the voice that I'm saying, be quiet, because everybody that you confide in is not somebody that you can confide in. Remember that. Everybody that you confide in is not somebody that you can confide in. That's a deep thing right there. Everybody that you call your friend is not your friend. Everybody that say they're for you is not for you. What happens when the relationship goes bad and you shared all this stuff with them? What happens then? Then we're upset with that person when they tell it. They can't tell what they don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make us better by starting with us. Until next time, I want you to be blessed. Pray for me as I recuperate from surgery. Have a blessed one.